Madam Speaker, I thank you for giving me this opportunity to give my maiden speech to the 13th Parliament. My name is Joyce Atieno Sogo Bensuda. My entitlements is Honorable and Doctor. Those are not parts of my name, but they are my achievements. I want to say that I'm honorable, not in the 13th Parliament alone, but I was Honorable Bensuda in the county government of Kisumu as the Minister for Roads, Transport and Public Works. I want to say that this day I'm the Honorable Joyce Atieno Sogo Bensuda as the County MP, Mutembei County. I have taken over from Honorable Gladys Wanga, who was the woman rep and now is the sitting elected governor, Mutembei County. Allow me in my introduction to say that I'm born and bred in Mutembei County, and so I'm representing a county which I understand. I'm born there, I'm married there, I've stayed there, and I understand their challenges, I understand their achievements, I understand their gaps. I want to take this opportunity to thank my God who has given us this life, and this far we have come, we cannot take it for granted. Madam Speaker, I want to say that we serve a God who turns impossibilities to possibilities. And therefore, even as we stand in this house, I believe each and every one of us is going to attest for the fact and the position that he or she was elected. Madam Speaker, allow me to say that I am a married Christian professional woman leader who is going to work and serve diligently for this nation. Madam Speaker, it is my honor this day to appreciate, acknowledge Mutembei County, who elected me to be in this 13th Parliament. That I do not take it for granted. I cherish them, and with a lot of passion and humility, I am going to serve them, and because they took their time to vote me in, I appreciate them and I salute them this day. Madam Speaker, I would not forget to thank my party leader, who is none other than His Excellency Right Honorable, the former Prime Minister, Raila Amolo Odinga, because through his footsteps, I'm in this Parliament through the party of ODM, which I respect. Madam Speaker, allow me to say that politics is behind us, and now it is service delivery. As we are in this Parliament, Madam Speaker, I want to say that we are engaged as the arm of the government, that is legislation. Without looking into the political divides, we must be able to serve Kenyans diligently. Madam Speaker, I want to confirm that the motion in place is very relevant for Honorable Bensuda. Why am I saying so, Madam Speaker? I want to say that I'm a career educator, and I want to say that I'm one of the professional teachers who has the credit and distinction of teaching in all cadres of level of education. I want to confirm to this House that I am a primary school teacher. So when any issue comes and arises, Madam Speaker, dealing with policies, I understand them from the perspective of practicality and not just a politician. Madam Speaker, I want to say that I am a high school teacher. I'm trained and graduated professionally qualified from the world-class university, that is the Nairobi University. Madam Speaker, I want to say and record in this House that I'm also a lecturer, professionally trained and qualified. I owe my master's degree at the University of Nairobi. I owe my doctorate in philosophy in project planning and management. Madam Speaker, I find that absolutely relevant for me to serve in this House as an MP. Madam Speaker, I want to say that not only am I owning doctorate in philosophy in project planning and management, I am specialized in project monitoring and evaluation. All this equates to devolution. All this equates to what we need to serve in our constituencies or our counties. Madam Speaker, having said that, I want to really appreciate the seniors in this House, because we learn from footsteps. When you enter into somebody's house, you observe, you watch, you listen. I have listened, I have observed, I've taken my time to see how members debate. I have taken my time to learn on the conduct and presentation. Madam Speaker, that gives me an edge to start my footing in this House. Madam Speaker, I want to recognize with a lot of humility the late Wangari Maathai as a woman leader in this country. I'm recognizing the late Wangari Maathai because his life is anchored in one of my key issues or items in my manifesto. That is environmental conservation, which I will elaborate a little bit, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I want to say that from my observation as a key stakeholder in this country and a leader, I want to give my opinion on the institutions that exist in this country. I want to say that as leaders who are given the time to serve in each and every institution, be it the executive, be it the judiciary, be it the legislature, we must be transparent, honest, and accountable to the work that we are doing. I want to say, Madam Speaker, that we do not have time. Kenyans are watching over us. Madam Speaker, Kenyans do not want stories. Madam Speaker, Kenyans do not want sideshows. This House, I believe, in the 13th Parliament, the fourth estate is asking, what is it that we're going to do different from what has been done in other years? Madam Speaker, I want to say that without looking and observing into our political divides, we must serve Kenyans. There are issues. As an educator, number one, I would want to see the courts upholding the spirit of education. Otherwise, we cannot be discussing education issues, formulating education policies, and then at certain points, we give doublespeak. Madam Speaker, I want to say that as a Christian, I want the churches, it is my proposal, it is my quest that the churches should also be looked into in this country. And I'm very happy that our president is one of the spiritual persons that we have in this country. And I always see prayers ongoing in State House. We want to see this cascaded to Protestants, the Anglicans, each and every denomination. Even in our language, we have one, Nomea, if you allow me to say. Madam Speaker, I want to say that when it comes to gatherings, public holidays, we must cushion, we must be equitable even with our prayers, not only one side. Let us have all these denominational and religious leaders brought on board. If anything, the churches need to develop and grow. Why don't we also think about that? I think I'll bring one of the motions to Qatar for that. Madam Speaker, I want to talk as a woman leader in this nation. Where I come from, Mutembei County, I want to say that there are many challenges which cuts across, and we cannot overlook other regions at the expense of this region. In Mutembei County, where I come from currently, we have 9 sub-counties. These 9 sub-counties, they have the potentials that can be tapped by utilization of the resources which are available. Some natural, some can be initiated through innovativeness. Madam Speaker, I want to say that there is need for the government. There is need for this House. There are some motions which doesn't need a lot of time for debate about it. They require action. I am very happy and encouraged that our key leaders of this country had in the past acknowledged that there are some gaps in our constitution. Madam Speaker, I would want to concur with that. And if we have acknowledged that there are some gaps, it is our duty and responsibility to restore the gaps. I want to believe that laws were not made for us, neither man was made for that, but we are supposed to come out and ensure that the gap which is existing